What's good? I know what it is. Your boy Big Boosie in the building. Street Knowledge Podcast. Back at it. I had to come chime in with y'all real quick, man. I was watching Art of Dialogue. Make sure y'all go check out the Art of Dialogue. He interviewing Choppa. And it's starting to get interesting. This probably gonna be the biggest one of the year. The new year about Puff. A lot of people talked about Puff might be, gay or whatever you want to call it, go both ways, bi or whatever. It's the first time somebody ever said they seen him kiss a man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. All the new people that's coming up in here, make sure y'all subscribe, man. And make sure y'all hit that notification button so y'all know when I'm in here, man. We can always chop it. Right. For real. Hold on 1 second, man. Let me get my camera straight. I'm sitting in a whole different position right now. But yeah, and I'd like to thank all my knowledgeable people that hold me down, always here with me, rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, it's getting interesting, and it's only gonna get, should I say, worse, or more things gonna surface, like real factual things that people was actually there, actually seen what was going on, and kept everything under the table. Because at that time they didn't feel it was their business to talk. Choppa, he was saying that his father told him that, you've been holding a lot of this stuff in. And you actually been done dirty. He was saying something about $30 million that Puff stole from them for the MTV thing. So, the father basically saying, you've been you've been holding back and being quiet and all that. And pretty much it's your time to say something, but just be yourself with it. And I respect how he answers questions. I even respect that he really didn't want to say nothing. One of the comments said that's called trying to be, how they said it, keep it street, but keep it, or say what you want to say out loud at the same time, some kind of way. But he really ain't want to say too much. But, I guess he felt like he was under the gun. The Moss, what's good? J Duke, what up? So, I was giving him I was waiting to hear the punchline because it was taking him a minute before he was saying or was about to say that the big one. And he finally came out and said it. He said, yeah, Puff, I seen him kissing a man in the studio, man. He said, I seen him kissing a man. He said, a powerful man that's in the industry. They was tongue kissing. I don't think we heard none of that on no platforms ever. The Art of Dialogue got a big one with this one. They getting ready to break the internet with this one. But I could tell he didn't want to say nothing. But he said his father was telling him, man, you've been quiet long and, biting your tongue. What you being nice for when the man was ishing on you the whole time when you needed him in that Katrina storm? He straight up told you no. For you to help your family and help your people. He told you straight up no. Then he want to apologize later and ask you if you still want to come back. That's crazy to me, man. Nobody had no sympathy towards a person when their family is in a storm and they a part of your team. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I feel for the brother. Well, I can't feel for him now because he out of that storm. He's smart. He weathered it. He know what he want. He know what's best for him, and he's speaking real good, man. Chopper, he's speaking real good. He's looking like he got his mind right because he was a little live wire when they was doing the making of the band. So yeah, this one getting ready to break the internet, and I'm just trying to see what's coming up next. Nobody ever said they seen Puff kiss nobody and do nothing with nobody. Well, except for the guys that's trying to sue him. That the guy that's trying to sue him, saying he seen Puff over there with another man or whatever. Well, Cassie was saying that. Well, she never said nothing either about him sexing another man. But see, when these lawsuits coming out and they're saying that we don't know whether to believe them or not, Chopper is neutral to the situation. And as far as him taking an activity or the activities that was going on with those, sexual preferences or sexual activity, should I say, he never partook in none of that. So now he spoke out about it. That's crazy to me. And me looking at Puff, respected where the brother come from. Respect that he came from the gutter, from the bottom. But for you to try and run a company as big as the company that he has, which is Bad Boy, and try to do little sexual devious things around certain people that don't know about his sexual preference, and then you want to silence them. And if they don't be silenced, you want to do something to them because you didn't want to come out the closet and say who you are realistically. That's not cool. That's not fair to people that's around there. That's, they're with your company to conquer a dream that they have. And they believed in you because you are a big CEO, a big mogul, that's highly respected, with big influence in the game. And they feeling good that they are with this person. And now, you let it come out the closet that you being want to say bisexual, gay, however it may go, and actually they stumble across you, and because I guess you couldn't help it, you had to kiss that person right wherever you was at in the studio, knowing somebody could walk in. I mean, you didn't care. But my thing is, you just basing your business off of that and not doing it in the circumference of your own home, and nobody can never see it, and then you will never have to put pressure on nobody to keep it quiet and or harm them or harm their career and have them just wasted their time being around you for years, and then they don't get no money out of it. People see them on the big screens, on big records, and get big radio play, and then all of a sudden they catch you doing something that you shouldn't have been doing in front of them because you don't want to come out with it. Now you shut their whole program down. Now that's a big blow on somebody's career because people wonder, like, what happened to them? What happened to them? Just because you blackballed them and shut them down because you couldn't control them, or you wanted to control them and make them shush and be quiet. So if they did come out after you shelved them and didn't put them in a position that they was already headed, people would look at it as if they was jealous or mad at you and came up with a fake accusation that they actually saw you kissing somebody. And that's the crazy part about that. That's wild, man. Harlem Romeo, what up? And that ain't fair to people. There's nothing wrong with you being gay or bi or however you want to say it. It's just be straight up with people. And if you're not going to be straight up with nobody, just don't let nobody see it. Don't do it around the workplace where you have to put people under the gun and play with their careers. Or you can play with their life, because at one point in time, well, damn near Puff's whole career is he was putting pressure on people and beating people up, and because they wasn't doing what he's saying, blowing cars up allegedly. All this is alleged. But that's not cool, man. That's not cool. Now the man seen you kissing. He said he started getting all his videos done. He got 2 videos done in one day. He said before that he couldn't hardly get anything done until he walked in there and seen what happened. And he said he closed the door because he stumbled across it walking in the studio, and he seen Puff, Diddy in there tongue kissing another man. That's deep. And like they say, it's too many people with accusations that's going around. And he didn't say alleged kissing. He said, I seen him kissing, man. I seen him kissing. That's deep. And not deep because he kissing another man. The deep part about it is that Puff portrayed this image as if he was the ladies' man. He always kept a lady on his arm. He ain't never had no man when he on these red carpets and none of that. He always had a woman on his arm in relationships with women. And that's crazy. And it's not fair to nobody that took how I want to say it, a pause in their life to go with Bad Boy if he chose that to deal with them because he liked them as artists, chose to deal with them with Puff, or Puff chose to deal with them, vice versa, they chose to deal with Puff. Now they are in a business deal together. Now, being around Puff, if they don't do certain things he want, he's going to play with their career. If they see him in the act of whatever was going on in the midst of before all this chaos started going on and Puff being outed as what he is, but if people on the inside knew about it back then and couldn't tell nobody, but he plays with their career, if he feel they're going to tell something, he shelf them. It's not fair to bring somebody into doing something and then now you get to play with their life or their career. If you're not going to do the business straight at hand, straight up do the business, then don't do business with nobody. Because it's not fair. And, you know, you listen to the Choppa story, there's certain things he went through with Puff. Like I said, Puff wouldn't look out for him with his family when he needed the money. He said he'd rather take the money to look out for his family. Besides, he didn't want no cars and none of that other stuff. He wanted to do that because he know after he get his family straight, he can go and make a move and do something else. And I commend him on that because family is first. Without family, you don't got nothing. And even close friends. Without close friends, you got nothing. You can make your best money and your best creations or your best successful stories will come with good friends and good family if you stick together. But Puff wouldn't look out for him with his family, and now he's feeling his father basically telling him, why is you keeping your mouth shut for? For what? What is your mouth shut for? If somebody asks you questions, be yourself, just speak your mind. Don't be extra. So what is Puff hiding all this stuff for? Why he wanted to mix all of that with the music business that he had going on? Why he just couldn't keep that to the side? And if you bring these people in for their careers, go ahead and bring them in and blow them up. Let them make some money to take care of their family, and you make your money off of you being the label. Why he did not do that? I'm confused. Why it's got to be a story that Puff took all the money and ran with it out of every artist that he dealt with? Every artist. Only one that didn't suffer that blow was Mace because he seen it before it happened. He boogied and left on his own. And he had put some money in his pocket, so he knew when to move. Now that's crazy, man. And like I said, Chopper did not say alleged. He said he seen Puff kiss a man. He said straight up that I seen it. I seen him kiss a man, and I couldn't look at him the same anymore, man. I'm sorry. That's what happened. And then he said Puff took 30 million from him and the making the band. Now my take on the 30 million, because he said his lawyer told him that $30 million was made from Puff with MTV with making the band, and Puff only gave them 5,000 apiece. That's buck wild. He said Puff could have gave us 100,000 apiece or something at least, and that's a fact. A lot of people saying that. A lot of people were saying like, y'all wasn't making that much money. Y'all couldn't have made that much money. Now, when they're brand new in a series like that, and Puff taking an artist, or just not even, let's not even say Puff. Let's just say a person that owns a label and they starting something from scratch, and they gather up the individuals, however many individuals it was in the making of the band, and they started from scratch, and it costs money to make the money. So it costs money to create the whole thing and put everything in perspective and get it on TV and play for makeup. All that costs money. So they taking a chance with new faces that never ever been seen before. And like Chopper said, they was an experiment with MTV and Puff, Diddy. And so being that there's an experiment and they cost a lot of money, if it didn't make money, then they wouldn't have suffered no blows. Making the band group wouldn't have suffered no blows. The people who put the money up would have, which would have been MTV and Puff. If Puff even put money up, MTV might have sponsored the whole thing and used Puff as a face. But regardless of the fact, that's what happened. So I don't know if the lawyer explained to him if the whole thing made $30 million and MTV got to get theirs, get Puff his cut, and then Puff get them a cut. I don't know. But you can't say he stole 30 million. You can basically say you wasn't paid your rightfully rights to the money. And it depends on what type of contract y'all signed. If y'all signed a contract to which discussed payment. Now, if you just did a contract and it discussed payment, then you got to get what that contract said. But if it was a second season, then you can negotiate. But if it wasn't a second season and that series blew up and made 30 million, let's just say the first series and it was the only series and it made 30 million. Now, anybody that the owner that should be happy and be like, yo, it was just a test and we made this amount of money. Yo, I'm gonna bless all of y'all. I know y'all only signed for 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, or 5,000. I'm gonna give all y'all 100,000 apiece. Yes, I agree. That should have been done as being a real person, a real stand-up person, a real stand-up CEO of a company. You don't send them people back to poverty and then move on to other greater things. And it sounded like it was more turmoil going on after, even if it was a success. And this is my theory or not my theory, but my thought process with Puff. Like, what was you thinking about, bro? You was a person that was highly respected. People looked up to you. I admired that you came from the bottom and went to the top. Even though I seen you, you was a shrewd businessman, I seen him talk crazy to people that was in his staff like they was kids. All of the above. That's why I always tell people, y'all keep worried about Dame and Dash talking to people certain kind of way. Dame always talked to people because he was fighting. for people violating their Rockefeller movement and other artists. Puff, I watched him talk to his staff like that, like they're kids. And they don't want to lose their job and probably the benefits of being around celebrities, all of the above. But a real person not letting nobody talk to them like that. I'm sorry. That would have never ever happened if I was working with Bad Boy. I would never just be working with Bad Boy no more. Period. But I watched him and he was, you know, he was a person that was idolized, and why would you do that to people? When you first start companies, everybody want to do it to blow up. Everybody want to do it to, let's say, establish a company that will take them a long way in life, that will benefit their families. So if they get an artist, you put an artist in position so they can benefit their family and create longevity with a career. It shouldn't be a clash between the owner and the artist, and it's other things mixed in the middle to be quiet and don't say this and all a bunch of mischievous stuff going on inside of the office, inside of the studio. And I'm only saying this stuff because this is what I'm hearing amongst different people. The guy Fred, the other making the band, he had a lot of things to say, and it's crazy that it actually was going down inside of the Bad Boy office amongst Mace with his theories of things. My brother Loon, he used to be beefing with Puff all the time. Used to always tell, and he wouldn't play with Loon like that. Loon's a prime example of, he used to tell Puff, man, where you at, man? I mean, I'll wrinkle your clothes up, Puff. I'll F you up, dog. Don't play with me like that. No, I'm not coming down there. No, I'm not doing none of that. No. So it's you know, it's crazy, man. And it baffles me, man. Today I just seen that he said he seen Puff tonguing down a powerful industry man. That's the first time we actually heard a person that's not accused of or accusing Puff of raping him and none of that stuff, man. A person that's just a neutral guy that everybody knows from the TV and the music world saying they seen Puff tonguing somebody down. That's crazy. And I'm only saying it's crazy because Puff tries to put out the image as if that's not what he do. That's not him. He tried to hide that image of him being a bi man or a gay man. And there's nothing wrong with being a bi man or a gay man. Just admit who you are. You still going to be cool with people. People still going to love you because of who you are. You put people in position to make money. But on the other hand, he had a lot of turmoil in his company when he was putting people in position to make money. And the way it looked and ended, the way you see all these other platforms that interview anybody that was with Bad Boy, they don't have no money. So that sounded like it was just a whole big mess going on up in Bad Boy, and it sounded like it was a bunch of selfishness going on, that Puff wanted everything for him and his family. Choppa spoke about it, Fred spoke about it, said all of his family was straight and none of them wasn't. None of them wasn't. And that's messed up. Us as black people, man. It's not a black and a white thing, so don't get this twisted. We always just we are the minorities of this stuff, and we have to say this stuff because when our black people get in power, we worse than the white people that we complain about. I got a lot of help from some of my white friends that came through quicker than my black friends. So I'm not talking about just white people. I'm just saying us, when we get in power, we don't know how to act. We just let money go to our head, and we want to be the only one shining and looking good. That's crazy and that's corny. A lot of these things is being said lately that, you know, a lot of us from Harlem want to just be the only one shining and eating. That ain't true. Because I grew up with all the right ones that made sure everybody eats. That made sure everybody eat. Now, I don't know when this cycle got turned, when everybody think as soon as they get in power, they, you know, they get funny style. They forget who they people are. They want to go hang with the people that never would have hung with them until they got some money. A lot of that is going on. And that's why I had said to Gully the other day, I got to agree to disagree with him in a respectful manner. Because it's crazy out here that this is really going on. And this is the cycle why it's hard to get in the industry, because our own black people is holding back all this talent that we got out here worldwide, and it's nothing but to push a button and put it on a digital platform and let them rock and roll. If the world like them, they make money from it, you make money from it. Don't mix yourself into their business, and don't let them mix themselves into your business. But a lot of that was going on. And then Puff was a control freak. He want to control people. My brother Trail, God bless the dead. When Mace got on, and Mace can tell y'all, and that's my bro, Mace know what it is. They hired Trail from 140th Street, 7th and 8th, to bodyguard Mace. Trail that was my bro. And he used to tell me all the time, man. He was like, this is one time I remember him telling me he about to break out. He got to go get with Mace and keep Mace downtown. Because Puff called him and told him, yo, just get Mace for me, man. Keep him downtown. Keep him doing something. He said, don't let him go back uptown. I don't really want Mace uptown. He started trying to turn Mace against his own friends. And that's how Mace and Cam fell out. If y'all haven't been noticing, that's what they've been saying. Mace was like, yeah, Puff was the one in my ear like that. And that's how that happened. You own a label, you shouldn't want to control the celebrity. You blow him up, he make money. If he break out and go up here and go down there, I understand you don't want to mess your investment up because, you know, most of us come from the streets and we blow up. We might end up going uptown and getting into something else, and then damn, my investment messed up. I get it. But those are the chances you take dealing with this life, this world, with the artists that you pick to put on your label. But once you start intervening in their personal life, this is what happens in life. See, but nobody knew all of this was going to happen. Puff ain't think it was going to come this far. Puff is at one point in time, you know, he felt untouchable with police and everything. And now look. Everything is unfolding. Everything he did that was beautiful is now turned sour. And that's crazy. And it's sad. It's not funny. Everybody saying no Diddy and all that stuff. I never said it out of my mouth in my life. Never will. For what? Like, it's not cool. It's sad. This need to be a learning lesson to all y'all black brothers out there that's going to be powerful one day. All y'all black brothers and sisters that want to be artists. This is not a game. This is not a joke. This should be a learning lesson. How to run a business and do it the correct way. How not to mix and mingle your business with other artists. Pick and choose who you want the correct way. But it's sad that a lot of artists wasn't able to get into the game because of the gateway people like Puff. And now they saying Jay-Z. So I don't know. That's alleged as well. But it's a lot of talent out here, man. And a lot of y'all with talent also don't need to understand, if you want to make money, you need to invest in yourself. Spend some money, put a budget together, because it's hard to get in this game and you got to be ready to lose money to make money. So it's all the same thing too. But it's more easier now because you got the internet. You don't have to spend as much money. You don't got to pay for flyers and posters and pin them up everywhere, pay a street team to go and send them and take them around. But that's some of the best marketing ever. If y'all still don't understand, y'all need to get back to doing that. Because that's some of the best marketing ever. They got cheap prices for all that, to do all that. And it'll reach the masses. And you could put QR codes on your on your flyers, and people can scan it, and it'll go straight to your YouTube pages, all your videos, everything. So you'll kill 2 or 3 birds with one stone. So if y'all need all this information, y'all, hit me up in the comments and send me, or go to my page, to my IG page, my Instagram. Hit me up, The Real Big Boosie. Hit me in the DM if you need some consulting work. If you need, me to help you structure your company, those are the things that I do as well. Get you on BET, get you write-ups on these magazines that's online. I do all that. But y'all got to be ready to spend some money. And if you're not, take the cheaper route until you build up. That's it. That's just the bottom line. And don't get too caught up with none of these people with these fake stories, but which you'll never know. And not fake stories with getting with these labels. It's rough. But labels not even signing nobody no more unless you're making your own noise in this game. A lot of people started, well, you got to go back to Soulja Boy. He started doing everything on the computer, started blowing up on the computer. Once they noticed that Soulja Boy did it, that's actually started the format of them losing money by signing artists and giving them big budgets. So now they'll sit back and wait and watch the artist blow up, and they have all of the distributions and they can make phone calls and get you on the radio with no problem. Then they'll grab you and take you from what you're doing, and that's called putting a bigger machine behind you. And that's how this game works, man. For real. So yeah, I had to chime in real quick with y'all, man. Your boy Big Boosie. I'll see y'all in a minute, man. I got things to do, man. I'll hit y'all back.